Oh, that's just great. I released all that hot air and it's trapped with nowhere to go. Well, that was a bit of a voice acting sort of thing, and I kind of really want to do this type of acting because, well, summer's finished, and to be quite honest, I've only got 3 or 4 flip-flop toys to review, and to be quite honest, it's going to be very amazing. And just before I start this video, here are all of the 4 toys I'm going to show you that I'm actually going to be reviewing. And to be quite honest, I think I'm just really sick and tired of doing 10 reviews in 10 minutes because I feel like I'm just copying the way Ashens was doing. Do you remember I did, Stuart Ashens replicas videos? Do you remember I did the 10 reviews in 10 minutes throughout the summer holidays? Well, actually, I did them around June. I think it was around early June. And I'm actually searching something in the computer that I might show you later in the video that it's actually going to excite loads and loads of people. And for those who are fans of Pokemon may actually notice for the fact that you will actually be highly amazed in the way I show things which relate into a very brand new world. And that's the Galar region. And I think the Galar region is one of the brand new Pokemon regions, of course. But before we head deep down towards Generation 103, let's take a look at one of the old flip-flop toys, which is Generation 102. So this is like the last of the toys which were considered one of the, well, let's just say one of the greatest toys before everything went crap again. It has, look at the price there, £18, no, £19. And it's more like a 3D item, and look at this. Holy crud, look at the design of this thing. Is that really supposed to be Angel of the North? This has got to be one of the most crappiest pieces of artwork I've seen. To be honest, that looks like, well, let's just say, almost looks like a primary school, well, let's just say, almost looks like an afternoon, I don't know what I'm saying, but it looks like one of the worst pieces of paper mache I've seen. You know what, this is like, I don't know, I just got a funny feeling that the arms are very crooked. They're just bent like hell. The box head just looks like that. Nothing interesting, but it just looks like a failed attempt of making a replica of, well, let's just say, the Angel of the North from Gateshead, somewhere in Thai and where. So this video is going to be a bit of an English/Asian theme because we might start to look at some products which are based in Asia, I'd say. I suppose it looks very amazing indeed, and to be quite honest, there's nothing going on to worry about this Angel of the North apart from the fact it's sloppy. I don't know why, but it just looks like what it is. Anyways, I feel like I'm just going to put it away because my nose is starting to kill me. And yes, please do mention for the fact I'm suffering from the flu at the moment and also the cold as well. And to be quite obvious, this is going on for basically like ages and ages for doing this. Oh, let's just move on to the next toy. This one here, Red Face Shag or Cormorant Fishy Flock 12 pack. Yeah, that's what it says, 12 pack. I almost said shag. Actually, the other word I said was slag, but it's actually more like shag because if I said the word slag, it actually refers to 2 things. One, there's one word which is inappropriate, and 2, I think there's another word. If you want to refer to slag, that's like a pile of coal. Okay, £19.99 or £20, and I dare say the word slag isn't one of the rudest words I've actually heard of. Maybe it's more bad if I try and say them on YouTube, and yes, I did a video about that, the one with the lesser blackback seagulls with a bit of a Valentine's theme. I'm not going to say the P word, otherwise the videos will be demonetized. And this is the artwork what it looks like. So it's going to be based in somewhere in coastal Siberia. I think I've actually made these toys just before the video has been made, and I've actually made them on the 4th of September, and that's also the time just when the Pokemon Sword and Shield Nintendo Direct video was uploaded. And yes, I'm still, suffering from the flu at the moment. They look like, I wonder what Pokemon they're supposed to be. I think they look like Barboach and Wishcash. I think these are the fish Pokemon I do remember from my 3-year-old childhood memories. So I'm just saying it's more like the 15-year-old memories. Man, it brings back time, doesn't it? And we've also got these cormorants here, which are literally known as the red-faced shags or cormorants. Got this very attenuated type of neck. I kind of want to say it's a very common looking cormorant looking neck. And I think this is the true nature design of a cormorant. It often obviously looks like this. But I think in reality, cormorants tend to fly straight with their necks a lot more straighter than, let's just say, a lot more diagonal and angled as well, which is a bit unrealistic. Maybe I need to find a way to make everything and anything better, to just make a very good redesign change on these cormorants. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't, but there's the barboach fish again here, and to be quite obvious, now there's a darker version here, looks very nice, and yes, the colours on this one here, they look very intriguing. Not sure if you can look closely, there's the eyes here. I'm not sure if it looks pretty red. The face isn't that too red. I wouldn't say it's sometimes when I look at the artwork on these creatures, it almost seems like it's good to be true. That's the way it is though. Sometimes just because a thing that says, like for example these red-faced shags and not slags, doesn't exactly mean that they are literally for the fact that they are, well, truly red. It can be in another colour which may have a similar styling to that of red. A different colour, so I believe. I suppose these birds and fishies can go to the other side here. And I think I need to grab a tissue at the end of the video here. Maybe I need to grab the Vicks Vapor Rub. Let's go something a lot more English, shall we? This is a Seagulls versus Raven mobbing and fishing 12-pack, £20. Actually, just before I continue, I need to head to the bathroom here. Ugh. I don't know what I'm saying in this video, but this is absolutely disgusting. Oh my god, oh god, this review is actually feeling like that this is actually turning into a putrid, well, let's just say scrapped review. But I'm not going to do that. I don't know if I can dry my hands, but I'm just going to continue with my hands a little wet now, but I'll try and do my best here. Okay, so where did I left off? This is the Why is this video so iffy at the moment there? Well, there you go, this is the Seagulls versus Raven mobbing and fishing 12-pack. And once again, it's £20. And this is the artwork here. As you can see, a raven being mobbed, but why, I'm actually showing you is one of the seagulls there. Is the fact it's based on the video, which has a seagull attacking a raven in a Cornwall beach. Maybe there is. And I might go ahead and unpack this. And I'm not quite sure if this is the last of all the seagull products I've looked at, because it feels like that these critters may be in serious decline. Maybe the huge popularity may rise again from next year. There's the fishies. I think they look like sardines to me. Look at that. That looks like a distorted version of Wishy Washy. That's weird. And here's the other one there. I suppose the tails have done a very good job here, eh? It's funny. I think the eye detailing on these little fishies, they just look a lot more of a wishy-washy style thing. Maybe from the 6th of October of next year, I might try and do a special Pokemon video. If I have time. Because I just feel like I just want to trip back in time and just think, well, how was Pokemon Go and what were my true feelings about it? Because I think it's such a very prudent thing to just talk about that very single game, Pokemon Go. And there's another wishy-washy here. Okay, let's take a look at one of these seagulls there. This is a lesser blackback. We've seen so many of them here. Of course, this is a lesser blackback gull. They're just too mundane. Well, yes, they are very common, but I think, yes, their numbers can get easily suppressed or suppressed easily by herring gulls and black-headed gulls during the winter, but not the great blackbacks, because I think the great blackback ones tend to be the rarest gulls wintering here. And we've also got, well, yes, there's a herring gull here, as you can see here. It's got a much paler silvery grey back. This one there, the lesser blackback, has got more of a slate grey back. And there's another one there. They all look like Wingull from the Pokemon franchise, as we all know there. And I actually noticed that someone has done a 3D testing, retesting sort of kind of video on trying to make recreate Wingull. I don't know what I'm saying. They're trying to basically redesign Wingal as a different sprite in Sword and Shield to give it like, you know, some more expressions, like they need to have their wings flapping and stuff. That would be more, you know, much more better, I suppose, eh? Well, let's take a look at this one here, and you may have noticed, but this one looks like, you know which Pokemon it's based on? It reminds me of either Murkrow, I think it's more like Corviknight from the Pokemon franchise. I think it's like Sword and Shield. And I'm guessing this is like the Generation 8 Pokemon Crow thing, I would say. It's Corviknight. It's more of a Raven thing, I would say. And yes, it looks very nice, but it's a lot more Slater grey than just black. Oh, I don't know why, but I just love the eye detailing for the fact it does look like a bit of more of a Corviknight type Pokemon bird than, let's just say, a Murkrow type bird, because I think it's the whiteness that's lacking on the eye of the bird. Now let's move on to another Pokemon which lives in the same region as Corviknight. And I think there's one brand new Pokemon here that I might show you here, and it's these blue dudes here. And I think these are the ones I might be looking at here. It's the white-bellied cormorant flock 12-pack. £21, very expensive. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it is. And it's definitely not the first generation 103 game I've got. Well, actually, it's not the game, it's actually a toy. Sorry, I just got confused, in Pokemon World. And there's one Pokemon here which I tend to get huge love of it, and I think that there's one critter here which I think tends to get a lot of love. Before I show that, there's the back of the packaging here. You know what this looks like? It looks like a very brand new Pokemon from the Galar region, I'm pretty sure. The packaging's been already, let's just say covered in, let's just say pastels and crayons. And that's why it's so hard to reattach the envelope again. Makes a bit of a clicky sound. Very nice indeed. And what's very nice is that these cormorants are, well, slightly detailed. They're slightly nicely detailed than what I virtually thought of. And the eyes, they look pretty small. Okay, so it's actually quite small. And there's the other one here. Okay, so the way these birds have been designed, they all look very cool indeed. Once again, we've got the white belly there. Very nice details, eh? I suppose I do love the fact that these look chronically amazing. And to be quite honest, there's like loads of these here. Some of them have got different shades of blue. I don't know, it's just that, you know, it's a very nicely designed, well, let's just say, range of these cormorants. And one thing I should say about cormorants is that during the breeding season, cormorants, the great cormorants where I live, they're black, but I've actually noticed that the heads of the sinensis, the Carbo sinensis birds tend to have white heads during the breeding season. I think I've got that one correct. Maybe I might be totally wrong, but some of the cormorants, I think most of our cormorants, you know, the Carbo type cormorants that we have in our country tend to nest with their, well, let's just say they tend to nest on trees, as we all know. But I've actually noticed that the cormorants that we have during the breeding season in our country, the resident ones, they all have black heads with a bit of speckling details in it. Now, I'm actually going to show you one Pokemon that you're actually going to be fairly amazed, and it's actually one Pokemon that is actually based in the cormorant. And you might be thinking, oh, it's freaking Fearow, it could be something else. Well, I'm actually going to repack all these cormorants, of course, and I might show you what it is. Get ready. Oh yes, this is CRAMORANT, the gold Pokemon. It's a flying and water type. Like, I don't know why did the Galar region have to flip over these types. Like you're going to go ahead and flip water to the back and flying to the front. I don't understand why. It's a bit like Corviknight. And yes, CRAMORANT is based on a cormorant and not a pelican. You might be thinking it's based on the pelican. Well, actually, it's based on the cormorant. So anyways, I think that's just about that in this video. And I gotta tell you guys, I think one thing I should say about CRAMORANT is that it looks so cool. I love the fact it's got a gold missile. Is that when one Pokemon, you know, one Pokemon is considered to be, you know, the enemy who obliterates it. Well, let's just say that Cormorant retaliates it with the fish it has caught after using the move dive or surf. Anyways, I think that's just about that in this video. nothing much to say other than the fact that we've got some CRAMORANTs. If you want some CRAMORANTs, come and buy these, but they cost £21. Blame the whole freaking world of Brexit these days. It's not looking like in the past. Anyways, I better leave this video here. As always, thanks for watching, and bye for now. And it seems like that YouTube is now fined for $170 million these days. I bet these children are literally just weeping themselves, just away these days. Bye.